For today's cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee.
Whew, what a weekend.
Oh.
What a weekend indeed. And it was interesting because something that I was grappling with, and I'm like, my God, this is stuff like from childhood. It was like going to class for the first day, and it's like, oh, what if I can't make friends? What if they don't like me? And da 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 da. And for those of us that were different, and that was just sort of the reality. Mm-hmm. But to be 58 years old and have to relive that, and I'm like, what in the hell is going on? And I asked Kid, I said, it's like this child energy, and he's like, oh, you too?
Yeah. I, for real, thought it was just me, and no, everybody's going through it.
This is why communication is very important.
Yes.
And that was one of the things that he had noticed. I had noticed online also that you've got some of these people. I don't like men. I love y'all. I do. But some of y'all with some of the fourth grade dick humor. Get over it. And the poop humor. What is it with you all? Why?
Never
Why?
Grow out of it. Some of them never grow out of it. Grow up. Grow up.
Grow up. And even as far as acting out online, we see that lots. Now, a lot of them that are acting out, those are children. No, you actually responded to someone in a mature manner.
They were an adult, so well, was it mature? Because it was sass.
Well, that's okay.
I was like, would you shut
somebody... Right.
Literally, I was like, would you shut the up? Stop talking about your...
Right. Yeah, it was just making vulgar.
We all know that it's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway.
Well, and it's like, it's really
I know
sad.
That's not a good thing to say. That's not a kind thing to say, but I had it.
When somebody is on there doing something like that, and they have behavior that they are debasing themselves, and that we're in a world that is so upside down at this point where truly where good is called evil and evil is being called good. Yeah. And so every now and then somebody does need to respond to sit there and go, don't you really want something more for yourself than that?
Right.
And that's sort of one of the horrifying things that there's a lot of horrifying things that I am seeing today. But to see these young women being told that to debase themselves is empowering, no, it's not. If you want to be respected, act respectable. Mm-hmm. That's it. I mean, it's just it doesn't matter how you try to rebrand some of this stuff. No.
Yeah.
But it has just been because of everything that's going on in the world and trying to be positive in amongst all that when everybody's wanting to be in with the drama and they're trying to deal with their own whatever. And the social media thing, I don't know that I'm doing it well again.
Yeah, I'm right with you on that. That's
because I'm not in there with the drama. And it's one of those, okay, I must have said too much, or this self-doubt with this. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, it isn't my realm. It's really not my world. And I don't know that any of it was ever my world. Because I truly am a stranger in a strange place.
Yeah, but everybody has their own community. They can make their own world on the internet.
And that was the thing about our little tiny pirate ship here. We want everyone to feel welcome.
Yeah.
So as captain, there's been very few that I've had to yeet, and that was just when I was very, very, starting, and somebody every now and then is going, well, that was a waste of my time. And I'm thinking, you really sat down and took the time to type out something shitty.
Right.
That says more about that person than any kind of video that I could have made.
It does.
And I actually, because trying to figure out what the hell is going on, went back again and listened to Rick Levine's message about April. And there it was. And he was talking about his current planetary alignments, and I will put the title to his video since YouTube won't let me do the link, which would be easy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But anyhow, it's one of those, I think that's about the third time I've listened to it, maybe more, because there's so much information in there that's valuable. And he was discussing how this month of April, and this will come out on the 15th, so we, about midway, is changing, world changing.
It is. It really is.
And some of the things that people are doing now will have ramifications for years to come.
Yep.
And that means every single person. Not just governments, not just elected elites.
But it's all of us.
Each person, yes. And he was discussing how, because that Mercury is retrograde, that we are looking back, and especially like technology and stuff. And I have seen that a lot of that has been taking place. Situations that occurred several years back, going back and re-looking at that. Mm-hmm. Things that are going now and comparing them with history and connecting the dots to go, because some people are like, how did we get here? It's not hard to figure out if you really stop and think about it, and that people are understanding how they have been deceived by these people that we thought had our best interests at heart. No. And, I don't know, it's reptilians or whatever. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what nation. It's some of these governments and some of these organizations that are not elected and accountable to no one. And God still is, and he is still himself all by himself.
He is. He is.
And that when you've got people crying out for we call it in our revival, which is a reawakening of that spirit. There are some people that's calling it wanting a great awakening as far as humanity. Well, yeah. Do we really want to live at the whim and the will of these people that we are nothing but pawns to?
Mm-hmm. No, we don't. We
Right.
absolutely do not, because that shit, they've had us under a spell for so
They
long.
have.
And it's about time that we break that spell.
Absolutely. And when you do understand that you've been under a spell, that in itself, that understanding, that awareness, breaks the spell.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why we do urge prayer. Because for some of these people to sit there and go, oh, we're going to do this, and you're going to do this, and we're going to send these people, and they're... No, if you want to do it, put your ass out there on the line. Yours, personally. Not behind some desk. You lead the charge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, historically, that's how it was done. You had the kings. They were at the front of the battle.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
It's a rough time that we're living in.
It is a rough time.
But it's okay. Stuff is being healed during this time as well.
Well, God is still God, and that is what we hold on to.
Mm-hmm.
And something else that Rick Levine was talking about, he was talking as far as technology and with planetary alignments that we've got, and I didn't write down the exact planets or anything like that. That is very much coming to, that's going to be, it is just going to be. What we do with it, that's going to be what's the question is.
What do you mean by technology? What kind of technology was he talking about?
He said that AI is not what he's concerned about. He said that actually it's artificial super intelligence. And he said you will hear more about that. And he says he doesn't even like to use the word artificial. So I don't know if this is
some type of
a
entity?
separate entity that has been called into being.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, because we don't know that it would be, benevolent.
Yeah, and that's like in games. Like, back in the day, you used to have bots, whatever. You could easily tell who was a bot now.
Mm-hmm.
Or a bot then. Now it's difficult to tell who's a bot and who's not.
Yes.
That ain't good.
No. And to have to call into question what it is to be human.
Mm-hmm.
Humans are incredible. We have been lied to and brainwashed and dumbed down and gaslighted to the point that we have no understanding of who we are, what we are, and what we are capable of.
Mm-hmm. It's some shit. It is some shit.
Yeah. And
I mean, we're capable of a lot.
Oh,
a lot.
Amazing things.
And it's our decision and choice to follow God, basically, or to not.
Mm-hmm. I had listened to, it was a broadcast that Dr. Heiser had done 3 years ago or something, and I can't remember what the gentleman's name was that was hosting the, but he was talking about Mount Hermon.
Uh-huh.
I can't search for things and talk. It's just like I can't write and talk at the same time. I was familiar with dude, but I hadn't heard from him a long. Let's see, what is it? Anyhow, that there's more about that Mount Hermon location than it was Douglas Hamp was who it was.
Mm-hmm.
And I will put the name of it. BitChute and Rumble, y'all can have links. But discussing things that we have no understanding of. And I understand why Heiser did not like to discuss eschatology, which is prophecy of the end times, if you want to call it that. We don't even know what that term means. But as far as where calendars were changed, why they were changed, dates, all this stuff, and it just, you get to the point it makes your head spin.
Mm-hmm. You really do. You really do.
And to sit there that there is a word that was used thousands of years ago, that to figure out what it means, it can mean many different things, and that is determined by as far as its word usage in the sentence and all this stuff. And it's like, nobody knows shit about shit.
No. Nobody knows shit about shit.
And that Heiser was so brilliant. And that is one of those things I question. I mean, I don't question God's timing on that. He does what he does. But there are times that I would really like for him to be here to explain things to me. And maybe that is that child mode again. Coming out. It's like, please, somebody explain this to me.
Mm-hmm. Explain it to me like I'm 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We need that.
Mm-hmm.
We really do.
I think so.
And that's a childlike fears are coming up.
Well,
left and right.
Yeah. Exactly. And I think that's one of those that, in our understanding as far as God as Father, and because fathers are there, that they are supposed to protect and provide.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm not going to, anybody that wants to do this binary code, hair splitting, semantic bullshit with me. Don't waste my time. Don't waste my time. I'm very much, as all these things have been so perverted over the past several years, that is insane. But just truly crying out to God, help.
Yes. We need God more than anything right now. He's the only one that can fix this shit, like truly.
But as far as what it is with that specific area of geography on this planet, and they do discuss some of the things that's going on over there in the Middle East, according to the Book of Enoch. And it's fascinating. And that you have had a lot of people over the past couple of decades, and maybe more than that, that have been studying, they have been relegated to fringe Christianity because they're actually trying to find answers instead of patting somebody on the head, patting them on the butt, and, send them out the door.
Right.
This is why I don't do well with organized religion.
Right. I mean, we need actual answers rather than just skirting around the issue.
Right. We've had enough of that.
Yeah,
we've had enough people that are on the padded pews and they go out and they have no clue what they believe, why they believe it. They can't help somebody else find answers because they don't have answers.
Yeah. We need resolution on a lot of this shit.
Yeah.
What was the other word that I was going to think of? That I was going to say. Fuck. I don't know.
Well, and I think that was the, bottom line of it. And even Levine, he's like, as an astrologer, some of these people are looking to the astrologers and stuff for answers on a lot of this stuff. And they're like, they don't know. Because it depends. And he was very firm in when he said that what is going to happen, it will be determined by what each individual chooses. You ain't going to be able to pass the buck on this one.
No.
You ain't going to have to be I was just following orders. Nope. Because it is personal accountability, personal responsibility.
Yep.
It's not a matter, well, he made me. Well, did he have a gun on you?
Right.
Were you being threatened?
No one made you make those choices but you. That was it. It was your choice to do them.
Absolutely. It was like Milgram experiment that we've discussed at length. It was brought up today that they were talking about using some of that stuff in the military. It was just a headline that I quickly, saw on Daily Mail. Milgram experiment was where the person in the lab coat and with the clipboard came in and told these people that they were in the experiment of giving electric shocks to somebody that was on the other side of the wall. Now, there was not really someone on the other side of the wall. It was a recording.
Yeah.
But because somebody stood there and told them to do it, most of the people would have administered a lethal, dosage. And then they got upset. They got upset at the experiment because they wanted to blame. It's like, how dare you show me what's hidden inside myself?
Right.
How dare you make me confront my darkness?
Yep. At the end of the day, this shit's exposing a lot of secrets, a lot of darkness that people have been hiding. That's like the video I showed you of that woman using that son's name to commit fraud, and now it's messed him up.
Sure.
From trying to get a house and all that. It's bullshit.
He's talking about a mother had stolen the Social Security card of her 2-year-old and had used it to commit fraud.
Multiple times.
And that as an adult, he came back and confronted her with it, and her excuse was that she had forgiven herself.
She's forgiven herself, and that he didn't understand the struggle. And as an adult, you make choices that just to survive. You try your best, but he will never understand the struggle. And it's like bullshit. You're making excuses for yourself.
Sure she was. Most people make excuses to cover up their sin.
Yeah.
Instead of sitting there going, this is the time. And sin simply means to miss the mark. It's an archery term. Everybody gets all up in air and all this stuff over these terms because they don't understand it.
I got to come clean about something myself here.
Are we doing confession?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Remember the cookie jar that broke?
Which one?
The one that was sitting right there that I glued back together or whatever. Uh-huh. I blamed that on the cats. It was actually me. It was my dumbass.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. First of all, I learned when the kids were little. I decorated Dollar Tree, and it's like it's a thing.
And I didn't actually. I just wanted to see your reaction to what I was saying about the girl. I did actually say it to her, but I didn't see her again today. I just wanted to make you laugh. That was it.
So we confessing our sins.
Absolutely,
today.
We'll do it publicly. I have no shame. I have no shame.
Everybody.
And I wanted to make a skit on TikTok, so I did actually record the video of me saying that.
Oh, okay.
It's just, so either way, she's going to hear it. It's going to come across her feed. She's going to hear it in stereo. She heard it last night. She's going to hear it again today at some point.
This is the thing. We have all sinned and fallen short. Everybody screws up. It's part of the human condition. It's a matter.
Though.
It can. To sit there and go, wow, I really did something that stupid. I have done some really heinous things in my life. Mm-hmm. And that is one thing about going through AA and that fourth step. Now, buddies, that'll make you or break you.
Yeah. I mean, it's just stupid shit. Like,
sometimes it is.
Why is it when it's the stupidest little thing, we panic and it is like that inner child just being right. Like, ugh!
I think it's that. What if can I do something to where they will no longer love me?
That's what it is.
And even as far as with the social media or something, to have someone that is a total stranger validate yourself.
It's not only. Yeah. But also they want that love, that unwavering love.
Sure.
That unwavering acceptance and compassion.
Mm-hmm. That even when they do script. But the thing is, to have that unwavering love, that person has to get to a point of understanding that they did sin, that they did screw up. Because without that, that's just like that mother that we were talking about that stole the son's Social Security number. Yeah. She was not repentant.
No, she did not say, I am sorry that I did this and it has screwed you up.
Right.
She was just trying to backpedal and give
Absolutely.
Excuses.
And there's all kinds of people that do it. They do it every single day. I was just following orders.
That's what the Nazis fucking said.
Absolutely. It didn't work then. It ain't going to work now.
No. God sees right through that. You might as well be... You need that sin like a leopard needs a three-way mirror. It's glass, dude. He can see right through it.
Absolutely. And it's like people need to go back again as far as the Stanford prison experiment to understand how good people can do horrible things and how easily it can be you. You think you know yourself until you're standing there in that moment, and then do you really know who you are?
Right.
Now, Kid and I have had some experiences over the past several years that we have had to make some decisions that we would not wish on anybody.
We truly have. And it has not been easy.
No, it's not been easy. It has not been easy. I mean, I lost everything. Everything.
It's not right.
Except myself.
Yeah.
And God. And He's kept us going forward. It may be at a snail's pace from time to time,
by our
but
standards.
we're still moving forward.
Yeah. In our experience here on Earth, this perception we have of this time frame, it feels like he is dragging his feet. But up there, a minute is like 3 years.
Yeah, we have no idea.
Yeah, it's so quick.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of waiting, because he's already done stuff. We're
Sure.
just waiting to see that come into effect.
Sure. And we always have free will. We always have choice. It's not predetermined.
Nothing's predetermined. Well, some people's paths, yeah, to an extent, it's like...
You have a framework.
Yeah. Yeah, a framework is not like a set path. It's not like it's not like a train on a track.
Right.
You got a baseline of who you are, but it is your decision to build up yourself in a way that, you know, the cat poisoned himself about a year or so ago. He still has never gotten over it, so he's coughing like hell.
Yeah, that was consequences of his actions that have, followed him for years.
Have you noticed he's never touched the plants again?
Well, that's a good thing. And that is part of what you're talking about. We can make choices that the consequences can affect us for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, God love it.
And to accept that and go forward.
Got it. Oh!
Yeah. Even on that, to sit there and go, okay, right in the middle of the recording, it won't get the worst of it. Y'all probably, and if it does, I'll edit that part out. Now we can either let that totally screw us up, or we can move forward. We're going to move forward.
Yeah, we're going to move forward, but that's funny.
Well, yeah, that's just par for the course. Final thoughts.
Oh, and also get the fuck off of social media while you can. It messes your brain up.
It can.
It hurts you emotionally a lot of the time, unless you are actually picking and choosing what you are watching.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
TikTok, you don't get that opportunity unless you're looking up shit. But even if you look up shit, you scroll too far down, you get shit that you never wanted to see or never wanted to hear.
Use it responsibly.
Yeah.
Use
Literally in the comments, it's being like, I don't even remember what I searched up now.
And that's where you have to ask for discernment on anything and everything. Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you can feel it. It's like, oh, nope, scrolling right past that shit. This is making me upset. Nope.
Yeah. But sometimes even those little blips will get in there and get a toehold. Especially if you're feeling vulnerable. If you're feeling vulnerable or whatever, watch some SpongeBob. Watch something happy. Do something that's positive.
That's like... seriously, dude on TikTok that I showed you, that has really gotten up my skin. And a lot of those Am I the Asshole Reddit stories, those rile me up every single time.
Usually if somebody has to ask that question, the answer is already yes.
Sometimes, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes they are genuinely like, they are in the right.
Right.
But they feel like an asshole, so they're asking other people, am I the asshole?
Or they're being gaslighted.
Yeah.
Gaslit. I've still not figured out the correct.
I think it's gaslit.
I don't know. It was like I was correct about it. The octopi, though. Mm-hmm.
You were.
Mm-hmm. Because the octopuses that's just stupid.
Listen, that may be the correct way to say it, but that is stupid.
So I'm not going to play the stupid.
That's like mice. You don't say mouses.
Right.
Mice.
But you've got house and
Ratses.
houses, but you've got mouse and mice, and English is very peculiar. So is that your final thoughts?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So Mercury's supposed to come out of retrograde, I think, somewhere around the 25th or something.
Good.
And prayers.
What shit has come up for y'all during this time?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Have you been having the same thing?
Yeah. Tell us.
It's like, have you, like, child mode one way or the other?
Well, that's like brother's wife. She's been going through the same shit we've been going. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, and it's clearing stuff, and it's revisiting that, and I'm like...
Spring cleaning.
Sort of.
But for the spirit.
Yeah. Yeah, you can view it like that. Very much so. And just to pray for revival and awakening. Because we need it. We need it.
We do.
If you've had experiences...
I think... Before you say that... I think we are in the time of, like, an ascension period, in a way, and revival.
I hope so.
It's about time that is back.
Right.
And Lord, how quickly... we both have been praying that for a minute.
Oh, yeah. For years. And how quickly things can, everything go away. Mm-hmm. You know, sometimes I think we're all like spoiled children. It's like, gimme, gimme, gimme. Instead of just sitting there and looking around us and going, thank you.
Yeah.
How much is enough?
It's like literally wake up every morning now being like, thank you, God, for giving me another day. Thank you for waking me up.
It's like, what would you like for me to do today?
Yeah.
What can I do for you today?
I haven't got to the point that I asked him that yet, but I'm like, can I just wake up for a bit?
And a lot of it's dandelions. I am like that 2-year-old child picking the dandelions. I love dandelions. And that's why. Dandelions
are such fun and beauty. And
they're amazing.
Like, it's little things of yellow that just fill up the yard.
Just joy.
They're beautiful.
Just joy. Simple joy.
And it's a specific shade of yellow that's just... it's a happy yellow.
It is. It truly is. So is that the final on it? Okay. If you've had experiences with the paranormal or supernatural encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, you can send us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. And yeah, please share. When we communicate with each other, that helps everybody.
If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe and click that notification button. Even though it don't do much, but it likes the affection, go ahead and give it a ding. Thank you all for joining us. Hope to see you on the next one. Have a good.
Know that you're loved.
Yes.
You were created from love, to love, and to be loved. And treat other people the way that you would like to be treated. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cut.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.